Hey, so let's chat about all the distractions and noise in the world today, right? You just want to get up in the morning and live your life, and all this craziness is going on in the world. You're just bombarded right and left with all the noise of the world. Love the digital world, right? Welcome to Goose Pond Hideout, and I'm Rob. Freedom! Right. So, I was thinking, there's just so much distraction going on today. We're just constantly bombarded with mindless information. And it's kind of like, how do you not see it? How do you not hear it? How do you keep it tuned out so that you can, live your life? And it's, put the cell phone away. I don't have my phone on me. It's laying in the house on the dining room table. And, you keep the noise of the world tuned out. So I used to get crazy about it. I've here on, with social media, all the different platforms, and I was just on, well, I'll go ahead and mention it. I was just on Facebook the other day. I check it every day, right? And I was helping somebody. They had a question about something, and I put, my opinion, my answer to their question. And then they asked me why I thought that way. And I got a little notification ping, and I went back to Facebook, and there were 11 comments, but the only comment I saw was mine and this person's reply, why do I think that? So there were 9 comments that I couldn't see, and I just kind of chuckled and giggled to myself. But it's because of back during, the pandemic, and I shared my opinion. Right at the beginning, I said it's a lab leak. There's no way it just started in the wet market, because the lab's like 20 miles down the road, right? And I said wearing masks was silly and foolish for the general population. If you work in a hospital and you're in surgery, you wear a mask. But just everyday people, when they're in the grocery store or shopping at Walmart or whatever, wearing a mask was a dumb idea, and that, and on and on and on, sharing my thoughts, and I've shared my political opinion on things in social media in the past, and that, and a lot of people have blocked me because they didn't like my opinion, and I'm like, it's social media, right? And so no skin off my back. But anyway, so it makes it, on these platforms, people have blocked me in that. So I don't do that anymore. I just don't share that kind of thing. I just keep those thoughts to myself. And that's what I would suggest for you is, keep on scrolling, read, and just laugh and shake your head at people, and then scroll on by, right? And then put your phone down. And I completely shut my phone off when I go to bed at night. Before I go to bed, I literally power down my cell phone, so and plug it in so it charges up overnight. But it's so I don't get any notifications or disturbances, when I'm sleeping, until I get up, make my pot of coffee and that, and about 7 in the morning, 7:30, I turn my phone back on. But that's the kind of thing, I would suggest to you is not, you just got to tune out that noise, because in the world that we live in today, everything is just so heated, and you only at first get one side to the story, and then you jump on the news, and then the truth trickles out over the next several weeks. And all the things that are happening with the economy and with the border situation, and on and on and on of all the news and all the terrible things that are happening, and the stock market is crashing, and what do you do with your 401k stocks, and you're going to be deported if you say something mean against the wrong people, kind of thing. And it's just, they just want to keep you stressed out and your blood pressure sky high, and they want you living in fear basically, so that you keep tuning in, because all they care about is the ratings. They just want eyeballs on what they're saying. They don't care if they say the truth or not, or if it's right or wrong, or if they should research into it. It's just, we live in this world where it's all about eyeballs on your social media. And people that have, I don't have an Instagram account or a TikTok account or anything like that. But people want to post stuff and they want people to see it. And it just just popped into my head is the person that has the bumper sticker on the back of their car that says "honk if you love me," and then when the light turns green at the intersection, they just sit there, and then the people behind them start honking, and they're, it's like a self-worth kind of, oh, those people love me back there. Now they want you to get out of their way. So, and that's what, people live for, the likes. Everybody wants to be an influencer today, right? An influencer on TikTok and an influencer on Instagram, and I've got 1 million followers and blah, 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 blah. So just live your life as best that you can, and just, read the news, pay attention so you're not living in a cave or under a rock, but at the same time, don't let it, have an influence on where you're going in your life. You're driving the bus in your life, and just because there's a detour sign up ahead, you get to pick the path that you want to go on. So just be thinking about those kinds of things, of what, tune out the noise, see no noise, hear no noise, be no noise, right? Is just share your life, live your life, get up in the morning, have your coffee, and you can't change all those things. So all you can do is make breakfast and make lunch and do what you do during the day in your little slice of the world, and all that stuff that's happening on, out there in social media, TV land, you can't change it. You can't change the direction of the wind. So all you do is adjust your sails so that you get to go where you want to go and live your life to the fullest. Because, we only have so many trips around the sun on this rock. And in the blink of an eye is, it's going to be all over with. And then you're going to be saying, gee, I'm sure happy I spent so much time on social media arguing with people that I don't even know, right? Don't be doing that. You have to have freedom in your life.